So here we are at the first ever CTI Global Summit, Leader Summit. Here we are. This has been a long time coming, and it's really good that we're here. One of the main reasons I'm coming to this summit is because I can feel that there's something that's happening in the world. I can feel it, and I can't get my hands on what it is. I can't get my hands on how I'm supposed to play exactly, or what I'm supposed to do about it, or like that. So that's why I'm here.
We're heading for an incredible climate disaster. We're heading for social justice problems we already have that are going to amplify like mad. We're in an economic crisis, which, although it's getting a little bit better, is really a sign of something way deeper than what we're all talking about. And we're in a spiritual crisis where we've lost kind of our way with our soul. And these multiple crises, in my view, all stem from the same root. A crisis in our consciousness, a crisis in our worldview, a crisis in understanding our place in the universe as a species. So the environmental movement, the social justice movement, the economic movement, the spiritual movement, it's all one. And people are really beginning to see that. And that's a sign of complete transformation, revelation, waking up like never before. A civil society has never been more robust than it is now in the world. It's the largest participation event in human history.
At some profound level, we see ourselves as victims of circumstances we neither created nor can we control. And what I'm seeing is that there are more and more of us, and I'd put myself in this category, we're beginning to wonder out loud whether we're really victims or whether all of this whole experience that we're having now, reveals something fundamental about us, that we have in some way consciously created and manifested all of what we're seeing. And since we are the creators of it, we can also be the creators of something new.
I don't think we realize very often the true potential that we have being a human on this planet in this time. Part of our message is that there is no accident, that we are here, that we came on purpose, and that we have a part to play in the transition that we are in, this quickening time, this time of shifting.
The level of public discourse is probably at an all-time low. As a species, I think we are in the midst of committing global genocide, and I know that's a strong statement, but we're well into an extinction event that's proceeding at a rate much faster than prior extinction events on the planet, and we're not talking about that in a profound and serious way.
The world as we know it is falling apart. It is no wonder that many of us are feeling overwhelmed, helpless, and even in despair. But it is this falling apart that gives us the best hope. The system that has been in place for I don't know how many decades are in no way the best system for everybody to live a fulfilling and empowered life. Now we face a great opportunity to turn that around.
We live at this pivotal time that I was talking about before, and no one really knows how long this window is, but we're pretty clear that we live in some sort of a window of time, after which some things, particularly with the environment, will become irreversible.
When I look into leadership just by itself. I think very much of what we like to call evocative leadership, which is a very powerful way of calling each other, the leader calling each other, all the others in their sphere or in their realm of work or influence, to, in a sense, step up to the potential that we are, to find a way to call forward the best potential and the gifts of each person so that we all stand to contribute.
I think that fundamentally, my job and our job is to connect people to whatever it means to them to be their most human selves, and to allow that rock of their consciousness or that love of their heart to unfold and to express itself. I think that that's our job wherever we are, and to have room for the many different ways that the human spirit makes itself known in the world.
And so that one person at a time is vital and critical. And yet at the same time, how do we start to think about everybody all at once? How do we start to hold the collective that we all are together, the collective commons, the collectiveness of ourselves, as the thing we're coaching? There's an utterly astonishing inherent unity in which and as which we are arising. And so the goal or the collective commons that we now are so challenged to steward is who we are. It's the crisis of our generation, right? The collective commons. And underneath that, or right behind that, is the invitation to a deep understanding, more than mental, a deep transformation in the way we see who we are as a collective commons, as an inherent unity. I don't think we can solve where we are from a place of our individuated diversity. I think we can only begin to radically transform what's going on this planet from the prior perspective of that inherent unity. And that's informing and holding the work that we're doing.
Leaders at this time need to understand the so-called paradox of separateness and wholeness. And they need to understand all of the other ways in which there are polarities and irreconcilable realities in our universe. When we recognize that we're co-creators of this world, that we have no choice but to take responsibility for what we've created, what we are creating, and what we will create.
When you're in service, when you're a bodhisattva, when you know that you're alive at a time when your life, when your every choice makes a difference, then having a coach gives huge meaning to your life in a way that that coach can make you into the greatest human being you can possibly be at a time when the universe, the planet, humanity is calling for nothing short of greatness from all 7 billion people on this planet.
At an experiential level, we want a lot of the same things. We want peace, safety, security, the freedom to be who we are, to live our own lives without fear. So it's that common experience that I think can unite us, and also the common spiritual cloth from which we're all cut from. At some level, we know where we've come from. And it's that experience, that shared experience, more than shared philosophies, that I hope will unite us.
How we get there, what it will take, it's a lot more than individual human effort or even collective human effort. And that's where, as a spiritual leader, I say there's the force behind this, and that's the intention of that force, whether you call it God or not God, that there is something that is impelling us in that direction.
What if we're not here to change the world? What if The world is here, or the world exists to create change in us.
We can change the way that we live in this world. We can change the reality of what is happening on this planet. And when we come together as a collective, we magnify the power we have individually.
Never give up in the fundamental hope and belief that we are one human family, that we are one connected species, connected natural environment universe. It's in that connection that we will, really create the possibilities that I think are in front of us.
Getting our wonderful human family that's on Earth right now to see that the actions we take now will actually determine life on Earth for the next 1,000 years, and to think about them, make them consciously, lovingly, and in a way that we author the most dramatic, profound transformation in history. So it's just the coolest thing.
We're in this together. Have a great summit.